you. Do we have some in-gathering music? Great. Listening for Mo. He already rang the bell before the in-gathering? Okay, welcome. Happy Mother's Day. Welcome to everyone who's joined us online. We're very glad to have you with us this morning. And I am Reverend Dr. Elaine Beth Parish-Lua. For those of you who don't know, I am the interim minister here at First Parish and helping with the mission, which is to nurture the spirit and grow in community and heal the world. First Parish is a member congregation of the Unitarian Universalist Association of Congregations. I always like to make sure that everyone who's visiting for the first time, either virtually or in person, feels welcome. Will let me know if there's something that we have provided that is helpful, if you would like to learn more about the congregation as we stretch ourselves to widen our circle and be welcoming to all people, regardless of gender identity, who you love, what your faith tradition, what your culture. We hope that you will stay with us and enjoy what we've prepared for this hour. And I want to remember that, you can visit firstparishinportland.org or speak to Lori, our membership coordinator, online or in person if you're interested in more information. This place, the building where we stand, the city where we reside, where we work, where we play, is the historic land of the Wabanaki Federation. And we like to acknowledge every week that that land was taken, that people were murdered for money, and that we were part of that in the founding of this congregation. And so we work real hard to restore trust, to repair the breach in our relationships, and that an acknowledgement every week is not enough. There has to be direct action that goes along with it. So we are committed to repairing that relationship. I want to also let you know that we are welcoming our families and children, and we would like to increase the numbers of wee ones that are here. So it is our responsibility to smile, to encourage, and to inspire our families that there is something meaningful for them here and that we cherish their presence, because they are the future of this congregation and of Unitarian Universalism. The transition team and I noted that there was about just over 65 votes for the Ministerial Search Committee, which is because many of us don't know how to open our emails, or our emails go into spam, or we open the emails but then don't click on the links that are in the email. So I am here to inspire you to look at the new email that was sent out, vote ranked choice order for your choices for the Ministerial Search Committee, which is probably one of the most important actions you can take right now to support this congregation. Because who chooses your candidate for ministry is important. We also have in-person ballots this Sunday. Thank you, Jen. So if you have not had a chance to vote online, please pick up a ballot outside in the parlors and vote ranked choice for your choice of the top 7 people you would like to represent you in choosing that next best minister. What else do I have to announce? I think, do we have a raffle announcement this morning? Of course we do. Come up, Susan.
Good morning. I'm Sue Cook, and today I'd like to share with you my raffle ticket story. You know that the winning ticket holder will be able to enjoy an adventure of their choice anywhere in the world. That certainly sparks my imagination and provides a great opportunity to introduce the raffle to friends, family, neighbors, anyone who has a dream vacation or experience that a $5,000 prize would provide. To get people inspired, I'd like to offer that scenario. Is there something on your bucket list that $5,000 would allow you to do? And with a raffle limited to 2,000 tickets, your odds of winning are much, much better than the state lottery. So these tickets practically sell themselves. I've sent an email to friends prior to seeing them in person, so they have a chance to think about it and come prepared with cash or check when we get together for our book group, or a walk, or pickleball. Some who are feeling especially lucky or particularly inspired to support the good work of First Parish have bought multiple tickets. And I'd like to keep some tickets handy when I'm going to be seeing people. I know my dentist likes to travel, and before I even had a chance to offer the prompt, he mentioned plans for a trip to Switzerland for skiing next winter. Well, did I have a deal for him. We need everyone to sell 10 tickets or more. And there are tickets available to pick up at the raffle table in the parish hall after today's service. If you're attending online, go to, Bill can mail those tickets to you. And for more information, you can go to the First Parish website, firstparishportland.org, and scroll down to the Spring Raffle Create Your Own Adventure section. Ooh, I haven't bought my own tickets yet. But in the words of Mary Chapin Carpenter, I feel lucky.
Thank you so much. And now I invite you to enjoy the First Parish Choir and our prelude, Peace Train. Nope, put a little love in your heart. idea who wrote these words, but I love them. This is for mothers. This is for the mothers who have sat up all night with sick toddlers in their arms, wiping up barf laced with Oscar Mayer wieners and cherry Kool-Aid, saying, "It's okay, honey, mommy's here." Who have sat in rocking chairs for hours on end, soothing crying babies who cannot be comforted. This is for all the mothers who show up at work with spit up in their hair, milk stains on their blouses, and diapers leaking out of their purses. For all the mothers who run carpools and make cookies and sew Halloween costumes, and for all the mothers who don't. This is for the mothers who gave birth to babies they'll never see, and the mothers who took those babies and gave them love and homes. This is for the mothers whose priceless art collections are hanging on their refrigerator doors. And for all the mothers who froze their buns on metal bleachers at football, soccer, and basketball games instead of watching from the warmth of their cars. And that when the kids asked, "Do you see me, Mom?" they were able to say, "Of course, I wouldn't have missed it for the world," and mean it. This is for all the mothers who yell at their kids in the grocery store or swat them in despair when they stomp their feet and scream for ice cream before dinner. And for all the mothers who count to 10 instead, realize how child abuse happens. This is for all the mothers who sat down with their children and explained all about making babies. And for all the mothers and grandmothers who wanted to, but just couldn't figure out the right words. This is for all the mothers who go hungry so their children can eat. For all the mothers who read Goodnight Moon twice a night for a year, and then read it again just one more time, please. This is for the mothers who taught their children to tie their shoelaces before they started school, and for all the mothers who bought Velcro instead. This is for all the mothers who teach their sons to cook and their daughters to sink a jump shot. This is for mothers whose children have gone astray, who can't find the words to reach them. For all the mothers who bite their lips until they bleed when their 14-year-olds come home with green hair or pierced tongues. For all the mothers of the victims of school shootings and the mothers of those who did the shooting. For the mothers of the survivors and the children who sat in front of their TVs in horror, hugging their child who just came home from school safely. This is for all the mothers who taught their children to be peaceful and now pray that they will come home safely from war. What makes a good mother anyway? Is it patience, compassion, broad hips, the ability to nurse, cook dinner, or sew a button on a shirt at the same time? Or is it her courageous heart, or his courageous heart? Is it the ache they feel when they watch their son or daughter disappear down the street, walking to school alone for the first time? Or the need to file, or flee, or fight from wherever she is and hug her child when she hears news of a fire, a car accident, or a child dying. The emotions of motherhood are universal, and so our thoughts are for young mothers stumbling through their first diaper changes and sleep deprivation, for the mature mother learning to let go, for working mothers, stay-at-home mothers, single mothers, partnered mothers, mothers with money, mothers without. This is for you. All of you. This is for us, all of us. This is our thank you, with love. Please rise in body or spirit, and online, sing with us as we sing our opening hymn, 361, Enter, Rejoice, and Come In. It's our theme song now that we're in person. remain standing in body or spirit, and we will share together our unison chalice lighting words. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is our prayer. As a great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek truth in love, and to help one another, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. See, there's technical challenges even when you're in person. You can be seated. Thank you. Ray, I invite you to come forward and share our time for all ages.
My earrings are not made for mask removal. Okay. I'm Raja. I am the assistant to the director of faith formation. And so I'm going to read you a story today, and it's about mamahood. And mamahood is not one size fits all, but most popular images of mothers exclude mamas based on their sexual orientation, gender, race, income, immigration status, and more. And Mother's Day, one of the biggest commercial holidays in the United States, often reinforces traditional ideas of family and motherhood that narrowly define one way to be a family. That's why in 2011, Mama's Day was created by Forward Together, an organization working for Equality Mama's Day, and Equality Mama's Day was created to highlight the contributions of many mamas around us and to fight for the rights, recognition, and resources for our mamas and the families that they love. While the book I'm going to read is not written as part of Forward Together's movement for Mama's Day, it does a good job of representing different kinds of mamas. So we wanted to share it with you all today. And it's called Mama's Day. Somewhere, there's a mama lifting a baby from a crib, snapping rompers, looping laces, brushing crumbs from a baby's bib. Somewhere, there's a mama holding baby in her lap, playing games and making music, teaching baby how to clap. There's a mama by the ocean, holding tight to baby's hand, chasing waves and watching seagulls, finding seashells in the sand. Somewhere there's a mama on a busy city street, buying flowers, greeting neighbors, guiding baby's little feet. There's a mama in the garden, sharing secrets and a snack. There's a mama in the market with a baby on their back. Somewhere there's a mama bathing baby's tiny toes, splashing water, blowing bubbles, wiping suds from baby's nose. There's a mama rocking baby in a creaky wooden chair, reading books and telling stories, kissing baby's silky hair. Somewhere there's a mama soothing baby's tired cries, swaying slowly, hushing softly, singing quiet lullabies. There are mamas near and distant, doing just what mamas do, loving babies every minute, every day, just like I love you. Okay, we invite everyone on the sides to stand and help us sing the children out.
Arch time. Mother's Day. It is a complicated holiday. So I'm going to give you an opportunity during our meditation time to reflect on the words I shared in the opening reading, Jay's words, my words that I'm going to share with you, and your own complicated mother images. I have always had a problem with this day. Long before I was a mother, it evoked a strange continuum of emotions in me. It brought out both the best and the worst. First, there was the disappointment, as mentioned, that this historic holiday ended up being a great marketing scheme for all of the greeting card companies. And they're the ones who really benefit today. Flowers, too. And then all the years that from whenever I was old enough to realize that it reminded me of it was the time to let my mother know how I felt about her. And that was different every single year of my life. It was a complicated relationship. I would break out in cold sweats in the middle of the night. Did I forget to get a card? Did I get the wrong card? Was it too mushy? Was it insincere? Did it say how I really felt? Yeah. Mothers. What would happen on that Mother's Day if my mother went to her mailbox and there was no card? And then there was the first Mother's Day that I didn't have a mother any longer. Complicated. How about you? Settle yourself. If you're comfortable closing your eyes. Perhaps this is your first Mother's Day without a mother. Or maybe your mother is far away, or maybe your relationship is a little rocky. Was there disappointment in your relationship? Was it an easy one with all the bright and joyful intimacy a mother and child relationship can foster? Was mother absent? Maybe you're thinking it will be better next year. What about your own sense of mothering? Wanting to be a mother, not wanting to be a mother. Struggling between mothering and taking care of your own mother. What does this holiday reveal, invite, inspire? Mother's Day, 2022. Remember, forgive, celebrate, give thanks, love. So may it be. Amen. And blessed be. And I invite you to remain seated as we sing our centering song, Spirit of Life.
This is a Mother's Day proclamation by Julia Ward Howe. Arise then, women of this day. Arise, all women who have hearts, whether your baptism be that of water or fire.
Say firmly, we will not have great questions decided by irrelevant agencies. Our husbands shall not come to us reeking with carnage for caresses and applause. Our sons shall not be taken from us to unlearn all that we have taught them of charity, mercy, and patience.
We women of one country will be too tender to those of another, to allow our sons to be trained to injure theirs.
From the bosom of this devastated earth, a voice comes up with our own. It says, "Disarm! Disarm!"
The sword of murder is not the balance of justice. Blood does not wipe out dishonor, nor violence indicate possession.
As men have forsaken the plow and the anvil at the summons of war, let women now leave all that may be left at home for a great and earnest day of council.
Let them meet first as women to bewail and to commemorate the dead. Let them solemnly take counsel with each other as to the means whereby the great human family can live in peace, each bearing after his own time the sacred impress, not of Caesars, but of God.
In the name of womanhood and of humanity, I earnestly ask that a general Congress of women without limit of nationality may be appointed and held at some place deemed most convenient and at the earliest period consistent with its objects, to promote the alliance of the different nationalities, the amicable settlement of international questions, the great and general interests of peace. Disarm, unite. Motherhood. 2020. That was 1870. I think the only thing that's different is the language. Unlike apple pie and baseball, Mother's Day is not a phenomena exclusive to the US of A. Motherhood is universal. The whole world over, mothers are revered for the miracle of giving birth, for feeding children at their breasts, for nurturing children to adulthood. In some society, is virtually the only thing that a woman is praised or respected for. And then, only if the offspring is a boy. Our illusions about motherhood, the roles of women, are socialized and can be very painful, a trap to snare us. Womanhood is often synonymous with motherhood in this country, denying the reality that there are women, many, 2 out of my 3 daughters, who choose not to be mothers. And there are so many women for physical or emotional reasons choose not to have children. There are men left with the sole responsibility of parenting, and there are men who joyfully take on the task of mothering, to be the mother of a plethora of children and teens. Are they not mothers too? And then there are the mothers who are non-binary, not male or female, transgendered, doing the nurturing that is called for? Where do they fit into the Hallmark card scene? I mean, have you ever seen a Hallmark card with 2 men on the front for Mother's Day? Or 2 women? Or anything in between? No. What do we promote? And it is really important to recognize that one day a year, motherhood is not a universal given to be revered. It takes a whole year, many years, thoughtful reflection to put ourselves, our own mothers, into some authentic perspective. It takes protracted intention, effort, hard work to be a good mother. It is not automatic. There is no mythical attachment to ovaries that just, you know it when it comes. No. We need to take mothers off pedestals on which they have been revered, isolated, and left to rot. We need to raise up mothers out of the dirt and place them soundly on the ground where they belong. We need to separate womanhood from motherhood, allowing identities that are unique and equal to have the status they deserve for the nurturing they are providing. The nurturing, caregiving, emotive nature associated with mothering is not about being a female. Nor does bearing a child automatically create the ability to nurture, cooperate, emote sensitively. There are qualities potentially in all human beings, qualities which can be cultivated, learned, sustained, regardless of gender or parental status. Women have both feminine and masculine capabilities. Mothers have feminine as well as masculine sensitivities. Men have feminine and masculine qualities. Parenthood does not automatically, instantly, magically make one a good mother or father. So, men are capable of providing the same warmth and nurturing that is almost always associated with a woman. And women who are not mothers deserve the same visibility, prominence, and respect, often reserved only for women who bear children. On this day, it is not enough to just pay tribute to mothers/women. It's time to play and to pay tribute to all those qualities that this earth and all her children need to create a sustainable future. So, let's respect, bestow gratitude for all the individuals who have earned that respect and our thanks. I was told, trying to remember when I learned this, many years ago, I was taught that the Hebrew word for compassion is also the same word for womb. And I thought about that. Isn't that the perfect metaphor for degenderizing and amplifying all the different identities that need to be nurturing and compassion? To have compassion for ourselves, to give birth to new understanding and learning, to nurture in the safety of beginnings like you would think of inside of a womb, the innocence that we need to step into a new journey in our life. That's a great way to think about this day. Then you don't have to worry if you're not a mother, if you're not in a good relationship with your own mother, but you can have something of meaning in this day. For some of us, I mentioned, this might be our first Mother's Day without our mother present. And that's a painful loss and awakening. There's always a reckoning to be done, no matter what our relationship with our mother is, that it can be improved, it can be deepened, it can be made more honest. There may be women right now who are wondering, should I be a mother? Should I not be a mother? How do I know? How do I decide whether I am fit to step into this role? There may be men who are deciding, I really want children. How am I going to step into being a mother? Today, like all holidays, has a marketing scheme that goes with it to earn corporations money. Our job is to separate out the voices out there projecting images that are no longer relevant, enticing us to spend money on something that reinforces a social norm that we know needs to be changed, reframed. Today, use the day to find your womb self, your mother nature. How do you care deeply, give thanks, sing praises? Return to the well that nurtures you. Drink deeply of fresh water. The Great Mother, this earth, wishes us all to thrive, to love. She reminds us that our hearts beat with the rhythm of eternity and that all that we need has been provided if we would just learn how to be in right relationship with it. We were conceived in love, born in wonder, each children possessing a divine spark, and our hearts beat with that rhythm of eternity. How do we nurture that today? And find today our place of a sustaining place in nature, in the universe, in our most cherished relationships. Find your growing seed place, the place that wakes you into new awareness, compassion, the compassion that heals all hurt, inspires courage, and brings us each home. Mothers all, celebrate your womb selves, and arise, all people who have hearts, whether your baptism is that of water or tears. From the bosom of a devastated earth, a voice gives rise to our own. Disarm yourself from fear, from scarcity, from anything that limits your potential or your ability to claim your identity. Anything that separates you from compassion, from generosity, from gratitude or forgiveness. Arise then for more than flowers. Arise for the revolutionary love motherhood inspires, no matter the person. And we all possess it. For the children of our children, may we arise this day with new awareness, new compassion, and gratitude for the gifts of having a nurturing capacity. So may it be. Amen. And blessed be. And we have another hymn. It's 354. We laugh, we cry. And rise in body or spirit, and please join us online. invite our ushers to come forward and receive the offering. This time, during each service, is as sacred as any other, and we invite those online to also share in contributing via the website. It's your contributions, your engagement of time and treasure that will assure the future of this congregation. And I invite you to give generously, engage deeply for the church of the future. Before we close our service and extinguish our chalice, I'll remind you there's much to enjoy in the parlors, whether you're going to buy your raffle tickets, turn in money for tickets that you've sold, get your ballot for the search committee, or exit for coffee. There's a lot to be enjoyed. And I hope that the words we've shared, the music we've sung, thoughts that have been simulated, a reflection has allowed you to consider your womb soul, that place inside of you that nurtures new beginnings, creative thoughts, sprouts new seeds, that regardless of your gender identity, whether you've given birth or raised a child or not, that you will find that mother nature in you that inspires compassion and generosity. I hope that you'll take some meaning for today's service into your week and that you'll reflect until we start again next week. Thank you all for being. Now join me in the chalice lighting, extinguishing words. It's easier to put out than light, Darren. It happens. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Namaste. And our postlude.